the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Dignity Health Sports Park in Southern California as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Ryan. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. All that only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Foles. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. As far as defensive starters go, here they are for Indianapolis. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. On play action, they'll throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Here we go. I got you.
A gain on the play.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Here's Foles. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Foles. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try to apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Take it at the 37. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Here we go. Wait. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop. Let's go.
Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. He'll look to throw. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marvin Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 15 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Ryan. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his 1st attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Nick Foles as he heads back out to work. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great. That's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yo.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop the throw. It's a screen to Richard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Let's go!
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jones. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 23 yards on the play.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Complete to Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Trip. You got 3.
He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Foles now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on second down. Foles completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Foles. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. On second down now, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Ryan now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. This is Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. On third down, Ryan. He finds Beckham complete. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control.
Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Colts pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
49, check 49.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Let's go, defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Pick me up. Here we go.
Here's Foles. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in. But that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Ryan. It's caught. Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Here's Ryan. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Ryan. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Ryan. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing again. Ryan. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Sione Takitaki in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Ryan. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sturgis is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. From the 44, Foles completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, LA! George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Walsh now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And so we have the touchdown now. Here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready to go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To Boyle here over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. And a little floater there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. to throw again. Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep. Check it backer, check it backer.
They'll run it with Johnson. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Watch the run. He's checking. Crash.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Here we go. Check 13.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the home team here, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.